Yo, hello, and how's it going, my fellow DeFi DEGEN friends? I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, making the best investments that you possibly can. And in today's video, I've got a pretty exciting project that is trying to gamify the whole, APY system, making it a self-governed APY. Lots of gamified features that come into that, along with a huge jackpot that is drawn every 90 days, which could rack up some huge numbers and lots of other details like that. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. So Survivor Protocol is declaring itself the first survive to earn project. If you haven't lived under a rock in crypto, there is a lot of narratives being pushed, step to earn, sleep to earn, but I don't know, breathe to earn. There's just so much going on. A lot of these projects are hitting the right notes and getting a lot of exposure and a lot of traction. So being the first survive to earn, the first mover within a new narrative is always a good play. So could this be the same here? Who knows? Now, there's a brief overview here. Survivor Protocol and its token health, which is HP, brings together game theory as well as DeFi into one package. Participants will have to decide what they value more, as the health coin accrues value through BUSD reflections and APY on the token. Every time you sell, your share of the BUSD reflections gets cut. This is further explained in the protocol mechanisms section. This is in the docs, and I will run through the docs as we get more into this video so you can get a deeper understanding. All of the key links in the link tree will be provided in the description so you can check everything out yourself. Of course, you got to check out the website, jump into the Discord, Telegram, Twitter so you can keep up to date and find out more information for yourself. None of this is financial advice. Shows do your own research. You should know this by now. We've been through this many times. And Survivor have also done a KYC with Assured DeFi, which is reassuring to some investors, or it may not be to you. But of course, docs is more forthcoming. If a project and team want to docs and they do so, it does help to provide more clarity for investors. Let's have a look at some of these key features here for Survivor Protocol. There is 10 tiers of APY, and we'll jump more into these tiers so you can understand them better. But this is part of the game theory. Now, you can sit on the highest tier with 400k APY, but based on your sells will affect your health of the tokens, and your APY in your wallet gets dropped to a lower tier. Survivors use game theory to create the first ever survive to earn concept, where players will need to strategize how they can earn maximum returns. And then the jackpot is every 3 months or 90 days. Starts a new jackpot funded by 1% tax from each buy and sell. Jackpot's conclusion splits the pot relative to the HP held and entry point. Now, Survivor does have buy and sell taxes. This is pretty, critical to most of these huge APY projects. They do need to have these sell taxes in order to sustain the project and the ecosystem as it grows and grows. It does need these taxes to sustain certain parts of the project, and there is more of this in the docs that we will get into. This is pretty standard. I do believe the buy tax is actually 17% and the sell tax is 21%. There's also, jumping over to the docs, this is your Bible if you want to learn about Survivor Protocol. I do think it is a very interesting concept. It's something, like I said, that hasn't been done before. They could be pushing a new narrative, and that's very critical, especially in these bear markets. Like we're all trying to find what's going to happen next. Is there any projects that we should be looking at? And it's definitely a time to start looking at new narratives, something that could get you ahead of a curve. Last year, we had full-on GameFi projects that went huge. So in these times, just look for your own narrative. The basis of Survivor Protocol is game theory, as we have explained. Decentralized finance is built on this core idea. Through innovative tokenomics, we seek to gamify this concept while providing a safe and sustainable auto-compounding protocol with BUSD rewards. And that's also very interesting that they're giving out stablecoin rewards as opposed to, maybe an unstable, unsafe, highly volatile asset. That they're giving you these US dollar rewards is very interesting to me, and it's always a bonus if you're getting stuff out in stables in this market. Survivor Protocol and its token health brings together game theory and DeFi into one package. Participants will have to decide what they value more, as the health token accrues value through BUSD rewards and APY on the token. Using a tier mechanism, every time you sell, your APY and your share of the ration pool rewards gets cut. Now, this is the tiers that we did look at. This is a huge part of the game theory, and it is very interesting to see how it will affect investor sentiments if they are looking to stay in the project long term and make the most of this APY for a longer period. Or, of course, we will see how the tiers come into play as people decide to sell. This is also going to come into play with the 21% sell tax, so it's going to be cool to see how these different factors come into play, especially for investor sentiments and the psychology of investors. So as you can see, the top tier 400k APY and 50% of the ration pool, going all the way down to tier 1, which is 781 APY and 0.15% of the ration pool. So what is the ration pool? The ration pool, on every buy and every sell of the health token, a portion is going to be reflected back into BUSD and sent to the ration pool. The ration pool will fund the BUSD disbursements to each tier. In order to qualify for your tier payment of BUSD, you must have not sold for the entire week starting from 12 AM UTC from Sunday through to the next Sunday. So this is where your tiers will come into place. You will have to stay on a tier from Sunday through to Sunday to ensure that you are getting your percentage of the ration pool. If you decided to sell on Saturday night from tier 10, then I do believe you will only be eligible for tier 9. So there's so many different things coming into play that helping to build that gamified survive to a narrative, and it's really interesting and cool that, you know, there's lots of these different gamified mechanisms. The Lifeline fund will be used as determined by the team through a multi-sig wallet. I do believe the full team are on a 6-person multi-sig wallet, which helps to, you know, provide more clarity, more reassurances and safety for the community. If one bad actor decides that, you know, he wants to try and do a runner with all the money, then that's not possible if it's on a multi-sig of 6. The Lifeline will be used to buy back and burn health tokens. This is designed to add a deflationary mechanism to the health token for increased sustainability, and this is especially important in these huge APY projects. We've seen it with many other projects like Titano. The inflationary aspect just makes the supply just so huge that it has a negative effect on the price movements of the actual token. So adding these, you know, deflationary mechanisms into the project, try to tackle that deflation as soon as possible, as much as possible, and add those, you know, bullish sentiments to, you know, the community. If the community sees that you're doing buybacks and burns often and regular of good sizes, helping to keep their tokens less diluted, then it's always a good one. You know, it's all Lifeline. The Lifelock is another part of the tokenomics that adds to the liquidity for the project. The burial ground, the portion of every buy and sell will be sent to the burial ground to be burnt. Another deflationary aspect. The jackpot, this is something that I've been pretty interested to see. If it was up to me, I would have it less than 90 days. But of course the team has probably had a lot of thought into this to decide that 90 days is optimal. But 1% tax on both buys and sells that will go towards the survivor jackpot. The jackpot will be a prize given to the survivor who outbuys, outholds and outlasts their opponents in the protocol. The percentage of the jackpot you will be eligible for will be determined by the amount you hold. There will be tiers for certain amounts that you need to hold to be eligible for certain percentages of the jackpot pool. You know, another part of the gamified aspect that I do like. Taxes, we have been over. You can head to the docs and just, you know, read up all the information, do your own research to ensure that you understand what the project is all about. They will have a higher sell tax within the first couple of weeks just to try and sustain, you know, the volume and make sure that the project stays healthy, which is understandable. It's pretty commonplace for these similar kind of projects. And here on tribe roles is an interesting idea that is enabling users to earn an extra 100,000 APY based on doing different activities on social media, Discord, Telegram, Twitter, and, you know, 50 to 100 people max will be given the opportunity to have a leg up when the project launches. So they are providing lots of different community interactions, you know, engaging the community to be, you know, part of the project, help to spread exposure, and, you know, get involved so that they can earn these extra benefits. I have spoke about it before, offering users, you know, incentives and advantages for shilling their bags, spreading good word and exposure about the project. It's definitely something that is very overlooked in, you know, a lot of projects these days, but offering those incentives really helps to, you know, engage and motivate the community to spread the word. So I love to see that. There's tons more information within the docs that helps to explain more of the APY side of things. Where does the APY come from? Problems with similar protocols, DeFi, gamified, social media, and disclaimer. So definitely go and check out all the docs for yourself. I will leave the links in the description so you can do all your own research. The pre-sale for Survivor Protocol is happening in 5 days on the 19th of July. So definitely head to the socials, jump in the Telegram and Discord so you can find out what exactly is happening, how the pre-sale is working, where the pre-sale is happening, and just find out tons more information about the project. There's lots of people in those avenues that will help you and explain everything if you don't understand, you know, certain aspects, part of the gamified aspects, the jackpot, you know, how APYs work, how the project plans to build a sustainable ecosystem moving forward. All of that stuff will be available in the chats, on the Twitter. So definitely go and check out Survivor Protocol yourself. I do love the idea of it. I love how it's trying to bring a fresh idea to the market. On top of this, you know, high APYs, bringing in all the gamified aspects, you know, help making investors really think about what they're doing, helps to engage them more, creates more of a community aspect. And yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. So the pre-sale is in 5 days on the 19th of July. Head to all the socials so you can find out more. Let me know what you think about Survivor down below. If there's any other projects you want me to cover, let me know. Follow me on Twitter at DeGens. Come and join the DeGens Discord. The link to that will be at the top of the description of this video. Whatever you do, stay safe out there, make good investments, and have a great day.